answer depending on a whole lot of things. But we've got something there to move us forward. Whether it's a pavilion in Fort Franks, whether it's a splash pad out here, or a splash pad, or whatever. Let's get those things on some kind of draft plan, and then we can just, let's move forward. That's all that's saying.
Any other questions on the motion? All in favor of the motion? Oh, that's carried. Motion. Councillor Underwood's motion.
Do you want me to read the motion out?
You can if you'd like.
I'll read. Okay, it's pretty long. I'll just do first. Well, I'll read it. In keeping within the spirit and recommendations of the Lambton Shores Community Design Plan, the Municipality of Lambton Shores Recreation and Leisure Services Master Plan, Council requests, that's me, Council give the authority to expand the public information session slated for the proposed BMX track to include, pay attention Brett, 3-phase long-term goal to beautify and enhance the former town forest as follows. Phase 1, build a cycle track for youth and families to use for recreation and include the identification of the old train tracks as a trail for full access to cycles and pedestrians. Part of this process may be to upgrade the existing fence on the bridge to a railing system to improve aesthetics and to include the mowing of a path along top of the lagoons for easy access. Phase 2, plan for either a combination ice rink / splash pad or simply a splash pad to be located at Rotary Park as recommended by the Community Design Plan. This will join and extend the family use area from the cycle park and adjoining trails through the library gardens to the park. Service clubs will be approached for assistance for this portion of the project. And Phase 3 may happen at the same time as Phase 1 because we own all this land. Phase 3, identify and build connecting trails as per the Community Design Plan connecting the town from the old arena to the shores and along the old train tracks, where we own most of the land. Through the rear of King Street and Broadway. Once again, service clubs may be invited to contribute for either fitness stations to be built along this path or some help with planting bush and tree areas along the path, reducing the amount of mowing needed. And I do have references from a Community Design Plan and Recreation and Leisure Services Master Plan. And I speak to the motion after, if anybody's second.
There you go. Mr. Scott, second. Speak to the motion.
I'll speak to the motion because it's important that we do use identified plans that are official plans that we have within us. We spend a lot of money on these things. And it's important to identify things which are fairly inexpensive in the long run to be able to do, especially when it comes to the train tracks. We own that land, and we mow that land, we maintain that land, and we don't use that land. Really, we should just, we don't have to go through all the rigmarole and trouble of trying to get land to do something that will join the downtown areas of forest so that people can walk, play, run, do what they want to do along there, joining the downtown area, the heritage districts, out all the way to the shores and possibly down through the old arena there, the trail, if we go like Community Design Plan, if that's possible. And Rotary Park, well, if we don't spend $100,000 towards a BMX style park that's going to be tied to the family, whatever, if it doesn't come to that, it would be nice to be able to sort of push it down there when we talk to our community service groups and then start building up some momentum. I want to kickstart forest, is what I want.
Councilor Owen?
No, this is great. I support the whole concept. We're using the plans, we're trying to get feedback, and absolutely. So we present this when we have our public meeting, and then we come back and staff will have that input for the long term. And Councillor Underwood has said, like Phase 2 may come before Phase 3. We may just want to soften a couple of words and say it's being presented as a concept plan. It's not this shall be Phase 1, 2, or 3 because you say we might want to do certain things before others.
It's flexible.
So there's some flexibility. So I think if we can present it to the community and some flexible wording, I think this is great.
I'm always flexible.
I know how flexible you are.
Deputy Mayor Dan.
I want to commend Martin for his vision and initiative, and I think that you have some very good ideas. I do appreciate that we are going to get some more public perspective and support and things. I'm just wondering in what form we can get the public, get the fullest amount of exposure to this idea. I find that people don't come up for a special meeting for that in itself. Is there something else that's happening or planned that it could be presented at the same time and get additional exposure? Because you don't see that, they don't necessarily access the website, they don't necessarily access, if you call it a special meeting. So I'm wondering how we get the most amount of public input.
Combine it with the Blue Water Recycling.
Well, I want it sooner than
Councilor Wood.
Yeah, I want it sooner than later because time to meet right now for this budget season and the rest. I have approached the Camino person through there to be able to get the Camino theater. And I was thinking if I offered donuts, perhaps more people will turn up than the year before. And spread the word, donuts may be there. So, but we'll spread the word. We'll go through our local newspaper, which is read quite a lot, standard. So, the signs, we'll do the best we can.
Councilor Owen.
Well, I think it's important after the meeting that Martin and Brent and I sit down and just talk about our plans for the meeting. We're going to have to do some real work to make sure you get the community leaders who are going to be there. Sure, we can throw out the announcements. And
We are the community leaders.
But you want to get your service club, all your service club folks, you want there. So I think the three of us can sit down, work out a plan, and off we go. So.
Councilor Scott.
I'm just wondering if we will be using the survey that we used when we did the waste
For this plan,
for this meeting. Like
this meeting.
after the meeting, if we had the survey available online for those who couldn't come, they could go online and fill in a survey like we did for the waste management stuff. We did that about a year and a half ago.
A long process. Councilor Underwood.
I know the 7.4 is here, but may I just speak to that? That is a new information thing, so with the survey item. I have to say that surveys are the last place you possibly want to go for information because you get the most garbage information through a survey. No, honestly, the best way to get information is to talk to the people and get direct feedback. And we should have the ability to do that because we're right there in Forest. If we don't get any feedback or enough feedback just from talking to people and get people down there, then we may have to go to a survey. That is the last place to go.
Go through the public process with the public meeting, and if we don't get as much input as we'd like, we'll try a different meeting. Councilor Russell.
You will always err on the side of not doing enough for public input. There's always somebody says in questionnaires or public people can make a comment which is the best. I know they can't do their best. They try your best to get this stuff out of it. But I mean, it's like saying about surveys. I mean, Marty makes a good point. Everybody remember John Deaconbaker said about polls one time?
Oh, it's a
John.
Tell us, John.
But the fact of the matter is I think what Bruce said just a minute ago is exactly right. You can put all this information out there, have a process, and allow people input to it. It's going to then grow as